Use care when unpacking your fountain. We suggest on the heavier parts it's always best to employ a two-person lift to prevent any injury or damage to the item. We also suggest that you keep your box and packaging materials, as it makes a great resource for storing your product properly for the winter. We also suggest a light rinse to the bowls to remove any of the packaging materials or potentially any dust left over from the manufacturing process. Your accessories are all wrapped together, which includes your pump, your connections, your splash protection, and your shims. Use two people to lift your large bowl over your pedestal, and note that there's a large ring that fits into a large groove. Proper orientation of this is critical to make sure that you can securely and properly twist and lock your bowl into place. Your pump is installed by putting the plug end through the pipe in the center of the large bowl. If you were adding lights, this would be the ideal time to also run your cords through that pipe. Tilt the unit carefully, reach inside the pedestal, pull the cord out, and make sure that it sits in the groove at the bottom of the pedestal. This fountain features a generous 15-foot cord, so you'll need to pull out quite a bit of slack, leaving just enough so that you can maneuver the pump into this position and firmly install your cord pipe cap. The tubing has two different size ends. You're going to want to use the smaller end to connect directly to the pump. The large riser comes next. You'll run the tubing up through that riser, and remember your orientation for the twist and lock, large ring into large groove. Make sure that your tubing doesn't kink and twist into place. The middle bowl is next, again running the tubing through the center pipe, remembering your orientation, lining up your arrows, large ring into large groove. The small riser is next, same procedure as before, up and through the riser. Watch your arrows and your large ring and groove to put your twist and lock into place. The next two parts should be handled carefully. It's a little trickier now that the tubing length is a little short. You make sure it goes through that center pipe, and it's best to have one person lift the pump to make it easier to extend the tubing and attach it to your top feature piece. Make sure it's secure and put it over the center pipe in the top bowl. Twist this assembly securely in place. We're going to go back and look at the pump, make sure it's still attached properly. We're going to have a look at the flow adjuster. We recommend setting it to full strength. Place the pump with the front opening facing the lowest part of the cavity. This slight elevation to the rear of the pump helps the safe stop feature to prevent your pump from running dry. You'll now place the access door over the riser with the groove at the bottom. You'll also notice that there is a small hole which would allow the light cord to come through had you installed lights in this part of the fountain. We suggest turning your fountain so that this access door, as well as the groove in the bottom pedestal, face the back of your viewing area. If you've assembled all your parts with the correct orientation, you'll notice that the lion heads are offset from bowl to bowl, which will allow the water flow from the lion on this bowl to land into the center of the next bowl to allow proper flow from bowl to bowl. You can use a twist tie to remove any debris from the copper pipe in the lion's mouth, which may build up over time. The string rocks can be installed inside the bowl through the copper pipe in the lion's mouth. This included accessory will reduce splash in your surrounding area and reduce the amount of times you need to top up your fountain. We recommend keeping the rocks inside the bowl and not covering the pipe. You can also use them in the top feature piece, although this will reduce the sound of the fountain. You're going to check and make sure that the flow is even on all sides before you use any of your shims to correct any imbalance in the water flow.